Welcome to the special Northeast Monsoon outlook for Chennai Kalam. We have been receiving a lot of feedback from people asking for how would the Northeast Monsoon 2016 be, with a lot of worry based out of the weak onset which we have seen the last few days. So here it is. We will try our little bit in terms of giving an inference of what we can expect for Northeast Monsoon 2016. We will use basically two different tools to understand how this year's Northeast Monsoon could pan out. One is the OLR forecast, which basically is used as a tool to understand temperature and precipitation patterns. The second is possibly to look out for tropical waves like MJO, etc. Basically, the reason is that more often than not, you have tropical waves influencing uh, extreme weather events and cyclones, etc. Let's look at why OLR. This is basically a average OLR map for the month of July. You could possibly see here uh, uh, negative lower OLRs, which is an indication of the southwest monsoon. Uh, this is basically very high OLR, which means that there's a lot of heat here in this area, which is getting radiated back into the atmosphere. This again, once again, signifies the dryness in that area. Why tropical waves are triggered? If you see here, in the middle of September, MJO and Kelvin triggered a lot of tropical activity in Pacific. Similarly, we could possibly say Cyclone Kian formed in Bay of Bengal as a delayed response to possible Kelvin activity. Okay, the area which we would be considering for this particular inference is 75E to 90E longitude, which is basically where the peninsular Indian Bay comes in, as a lot of our rainfall activity is driven from the bay. What we see here is the OLR map, forecast map for the next 2 months or so. For the latitude 7.5 north to 15 north, which is basically our peninsular India. And this rectangular box is the 75E to 90E box, which I had referred in my previous slide. Okay, as you can see, the rainfall activity is expected to pick up from about 11th of November. Okay, and then slowly increase as we get into, say, the last bit of November. The peak rainfall activity is likely to be around 25th November to about 10th of December. That's where the peak activity for this Northeast Monsoon 2016 is expected to be. Okay, the other good news is that we could possibly see a little bit of extended monsoon well into January, say after Pongal, say for example, though this could possibly be confined to South Tamil Nadu. Let's see if there's any tropical activity which could, wave activity which could influence our Northeast monsoon season. Okay, this is basically up to the end of November, which is a short-term period. The outlook is pretty much consistent in about 15 days time. As you can see here, between 23rd and 29th November, that week, we are likely to see a influence of MJO into North Indian Ocean, and you could possibly see possible cyclonic activity around that period, and which is in sync with the peak rainfall period as shown in my previous OLR map. Okay, so this is likely to be our most active phase of Northeast Monsoon after 23rd and till about, say, first week of December. To summarize, uh, after the current depression goes away, completes its life cycle, we could start seeing rainfall return into Tamil Nadu from the 11th of November. So we could see stray showers till then, but fairly dry climate is what we are going to see till about 10th, 11th, 11th month. The peak rainfall period for Northeast Monsoon 2016 is going to be end November and early December. And we'll have a fair possibility of monsoon extending into January till August. Thank you, and do share your feedback, views, if you have any suggestions on what we should do, and if you don't like something about us, so feedback at ChennaiRates.com. Thank you once again.